G'day, fellas, and welcome to the grand finals of Outback Octagon 4. We have finally made it. We are here on Mega Random, and boy, oh boy, have we got ourselves a beautiful map today. This is, I don't even know what you'd call this. This is a little island, a little peninsula. It's not an island because it's obviously connected. It's connected through a small isthmus, two small isthmuses, one of which has got a whole bunch of wood on it. So this is the only way in right here. Unfortunately, nobody managed to actually get inside, but you can see Beastie is over here scouting it out. Let's get to it because we've got 8 of the world's best players and they are ready. We've reset them back down to 0 points. And so now it begins. Ladies and gentlemen, in the south of the map, in the color red, are playing as the Knights Templar. It's Numidan. To his north, in the color blue, playing as the Rus. It's Sass _ on Discord for coaching. To his west, in the color pink, playing as the House of Lancaster. Representing TRUL. It's Corvinus 1. In the north of the map, in the color green, playing as the Order of the Dragon. It's Wham 01. Towards his east, in the color orange, playing as the Malians, it's his brother Puppy Paw. In the south, in the middle of the map in fact, playing as the Holy Roman Empire, it's Beastie on yellow. To the east, in the color light blue, playing as the Byzantines, it's Daimyo. And in the color purple, playing as the Ottomans, it's Lucifron. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We have got ourselves a beautiful little spawn. I'm going to start this video by saying if you've enjoyed Outback Octagon this far, please go ahead, leave a like down below. It really helps out with the traction of the video. Now let's get into it because this game is going to be amazing. I can already see it coming. We've got some players that have got fishing. We've got some players that don't. Before we get started, I'm going to have to hit this little button down here, and it's going to change our UI. We have to do this just simply because we've got Numidan in the lobby, and Numidan is playing the Knights Templar. And we don't want to bug out the game. We don't want to create that that scar issue that sometimes happens, that fatal scar. So to avoid that from happening, we're going to do this. Once he's aged up, though, we'll be able to switch the UI back. This game is, of course, live. It is happening right now. And naturally, that means that we don't know which way it's going to go. It could happen at a moment's notice. So we'll have to be aware of that. Let's take a look and see who's fishing. So we've got Puppy Paw doing some fishing. We've also got Lucifron doing some fishing. Demu is also doing fishing, and same with Beastie. We've got Beastie building a second dock. These are the only players that are aware of this. So if we take a look at other players, so at the moment, Sass, he is aware of the shoreline. This is kind of strange. Normally, at least in my experience, if you're aware of the shoreline, especially if you see deep sea fish, you will almost always fish, and he hasn't opted for that here. So I do find that quite interesting. We've also got Numidan on the south. We don't want to swap to him just yet. Corvinus 1, who is not aware of the water, so unfortunately for him, he's going to have a bit of a dry start. We've also got Wham 01, who is completely unaware of the water. And who else have we got, realistically? I think, we've also got, I guess Numidan is your other option. Age-ups are starting to come through. We can see that there's no age-up in queue just yet for him. I think that's the age-up right there. It's always hard to tell. That could be the age-up. It could be a villager. But before we get into this, let's take a look at our leaderboard, just so you've got an idea on where the current standings are, because I've got some good news for you. They are already tied neck and neck because this is the finals. They were our players. We're all neck and neck. We're all even Stevens here. Apparently, I'm just reading the Twitch chat at the moment. There was a villager that was lost out here as well for Sass. So a little bit of a mistake early on, under a lot of pressure here as well. Obviously, keep that in mind. Not a whole lot of resources nearby to him. Don't get me wrong, he's got a lot of gold, but doesn't really have a lot of deer, not a lot of boar. So it needs to try and find those out, take advantage of them as soon as he possibly can. Let's talk about favorites. Let's talk about who we think will be eliminated first. Who's going to be eliminated first in this game? I mean, you could look at somebody like Sass and say, hey, you're in the middle of 3 people. There's probably a good chance that you go. or you could bet money up towards this top side. You got Lucifron, you got Demu, two guys that are notoriously aggressive. I don't know which one it's going to be as the scout goes down. Beastie loses the scout, and Lucifron steals the sheep right there, away from the town center of Demu. Villager escapes from Demu, but the dock is not going to get up. You can see the importance of this dock. The whole reason this dock was initially coming up was to provide that coverage, I suspect, of the arrow slits. Not going to be happening. There is going to be a battle somewhere out here on the water. Question's going to be, who is the victor? So, when it comes to first eliminated, I think we'll play it safe. We'll go with Sass, just because he's in the middle of everybody. And for our winner today, I mean, it's tempting to say Beastie, isn't it? But my only question is, where are all the relics, brother? Where are all the relics? We've got one down here. We've got another one up to the north. There's a third one up here as well. Fourth one over towards the base of Wham. Fifth one over towards the east. This is not a good map for relics. And keep in mind, this is mega random that we are playing with here. Mega random, of course, is known for having 11 relics, typically. So this is not a good relic map for Beastie. So it's kind of hard to say, okay, I think it's going to be Beastie. You know what I'm going to put my money on? Puppy Paw. Not only is he playing Malians, if he goes into Farimba Garrison, he will absolutely dominate, and he will go into Farimba Garrison. Why? Because he's fishing. And not only that, but because he's fishing, he is going to have so many resources. He's going for cows, though, which I do find a bit interesting, that you would go fishing and cows as well. But let's check in on that south side. Age up has come through. Let's switch over to the UI. All right, we can see them. Let's take a look and see what our age ups have been. So it looks like we've gone for Antioch here on the south side for Numidan. Over towards Corvinus 1, we've got the Abbey of Kings that's coming up. Wham! With the Archon Chapel in the back for the Order of the Dragon. No age up just yet here for Actually, I take it back. Apparently, there's a pit mine somewhere. Oh, no, excuse me. The Saharan Trade Network is right here. I was looking for the pit mine, the big one, and I just couldn't see it. Demu now reaching the feudal age over on the other side. We've got the Hippodrome coming up. Lucifron following up immediately with the Twin Minaret Madrasa. Beastie in the middle of the map. Mine work, 2 villagers on it. I think he might be looking for a Burgrave potentially. You know, one of the key things to remember here is that Beastie's going to be looking for those relics. On the minimap, he's found a single relic at this point in time. Maybe this one as well. Okay, so he's found 2 relics, so he could definitely look to move out here. 2 relics is not bad, and these are both definitely gettable relics for him. It's not like they're being guarded up yet. I say yet. Other age ups we've got coming through Sass in the middle of the map with the Golden Gate. So I think that pretty much rounds us out here. Second TC's coming up for Numidan in the south. Second TC also coming up for our House of Lancaster player, Corvinus 1. Second TC also for Wham. So these players have got a little bit of space. They think they're going to be able to get away with that second TC. Meanwhile, the players over towards the east side. Neither of them really looking to commit to that second TC just yet. Of course, we do have Demu here. We've seen him go into it before. But don't be surprised if we potentially see a fast castle here. Maybe a couple of extra units. Beastie now immediately aging up. It's Burgrave, baby. It's Burgrave. He's getting angry. He's getting very angry early on. And I think this is probably the right call. Just because, don't get me wrong, 2 relics is nice, but 2 relics is not nice. You know, like, even if you're playing in 1v1 and you've got 2 relics, it's not nice, is it? It's not nice. So I think it's definitely the right call to go Burgrave here. He should be able to get some decent value. We've got Sass nearby. Sass also going to be aging up. High trade house here for him. He'll have the option for crossbows early on, but keep in mind, Beastie could just be going into spears, so it definitely becomes a bit of a gamble on which way you go. It's going to be a lot of siege, no matter what. Meanwhile, towards that north side, we're right on board with Puppy Paw for a little bit. He is adding in more cows, so definitely a bit more greedy than what we typically see, but it could also be the big cow landmark. The way that he's building out these pastures, indeed it is going to be, or rather these cattle ranches, it is going to be the Grand Fulani Corral, which I do find interesting, just because we've seen so much success out of the Farimba Garrison, that to me, it's like, don't get me wrong, I like a good economy, but at the same time, I also like to see players just absolutely stomp a lobby. So Beastie now, if we check in with him, he spots everybody around him. He sees that we've got really even spawns here. This is very rare that it happens in FFA, but I think the closest 2 players you've got are these 2 over towards the east. So expect to see him potentially look to focus them down. Sass now with the age up. We'll ride on board with him for a little bit as he is going to be looking to take advantage of that king ability as well. Archery ranges are coming up. He has scouted out Beastie. He sees the men-at-arms coming across, and you can see how early these men-at-arms are. The consequence of the fishing boats early on. Sass did end up going for fishing, but it's a little bit too late And now, underneath the town center, Beastie getting aggressive early on, recognizing, hey, there's a weak link here. We could potentially hit him early. Numidan beginning the migration. You can see the pilgrims coming across here. He's got 2 options for sacred sites by the looks of it. I take it back. There's always a third option. There's always a third option. It just happens to be in the base of Wham. So basically preventing... Oh, look at this. Look at this. Preventing the archery rangers from coming up here. Both of these archery rangers going to get idled out for the moment. Springwood emplacement comes through on the wooden fortress. He's hoping that that's going to be able to do the... Oh, my God, man. Oh, my God. Oh, gosh. Give me a second here. We will fix this. We will fix this. We will fix this. Give me a second here. Okay, okay. We're okay for the moment. We're a little bit behind where the lads are. I think we've managed to solve it for now. I think this is something to do with the Knights Templar. I don't know though, but I'm just going to assume it's Knights Templar. I'm not going to say let's ban Knights Templar because they're a civilization and we like to see them, but at the same time, can we ban Knights Templar? I really want to avoid that happening again. We're going to speed it up a little bit just so that we catch up to them. So you can see it's going to run really, really fast just for a little bit. Units up towards that north side. We got ourselves Lancers, but now we've caught up with them. So we should be okay. Oh, my Lord. I tell you what. You know, what's kind of crazy is that we actually hid the UI up until the point where he aged up. But perhaps that's a different story. We're going to try... I'm going to try again and get the good UI over just because the age up has happened now. He's gone up to Castle Age. So let's go ahead and try. Okay, we're good. Okay. I think we're okay. I'm getting word that we might actually desync though. Oh gosh, don't say that. Don't say that. Come on. We're in the grand finals here, folks. Can I check warnings.log for desyncs? Oh my Lord. All right, we got men at arms over towards the right side of the map at the moment. So it looks like Beastie has decided that his initial attack wasn't worth it. Excuse me, I'm alt-tabbed while this is happening, just so that we can make sure. I'm looking for my games. Age of Empires 4, warnings.log. It's at 0 kilobytes at the moment, so I think we're okay. It's not at 1.2 gigabytes again. Oh, Beastie having a field day over here on the east side. They're chatting in chat, apparently, but we can't see it just yet. Hopefully, we'll have it up soon. We're a little bit all over the place here in this game number 1, so I do apologize. Meanwhile, Beastie getting cleaned up slowly but steadily. You can see the amount of men-at-arms he's got in here. 16 men-at-arms early on. I'm looking over towards the minimap just to spot out anything else. And we've got a second Burgrave in the chat. Demu here facing potentially an early exit in this game. He's got a fair amount of units that is beginning to build, but Beastie is sending more men-at-arms as they come across. More and more units. Apparently, I'm just getting word from our admins right now that we won't have chat for this game, unfortunately. I don't know what exactly has happened behind the scenes, but Malian numbers are building here. Yeah, this is something that I was concerned about. Musofari building up towards this top side. You can see Beastie just cleaning up villages. Now, my question is, how's Lucifron doing? Is Lucifron potentially going to be looking to try and snag this one away? There's double outposts up. Both of these guys have received fortification as well. He's going to chase away the archers just to try and avoid potential contest, but villagers have now decided they're going to repair, and Beastie comes up empty-handed. So Beastie going 0 for 2 to start things off. Definitely not where he wants to be. Meanwhile, the build-up continues. How much production are we talking? Just the 3 production buildings for the moment? Surely not. No, there we go. There's the extra. There's 3 more coming through. I'm going to check my warnings.log file once again just to make sure. Actually, I've closed the folder, so we can't see it anymore. But look, I'm going to assume that we're not getting desynced. If we get desynced, we're going to have a problem, but we're not going to worry about it, okay? We're just going to assume that we're not. Okay. I want to keep an eye on Numidan because I don't know whether or not, like, if he goes to Imperial Age, is it going to do it again? Is it just every time, like, Knights Templar age up? Because if that's the case, that's a little bit annoying. We thought it was only to do with their Feudal Age, but I guess it probably makes sense that it's all of their ages as well. In some games, they get you, and some games you get got. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on him. But, okay, apparently, I'm being asked to check again. just to make sure. Sorry, just give me a second here. My games, Age of Empires 4, warnings.log. It says 149 kilobytes, but it's not at 1.3 gigabytes. Is that okay? Is that acceptable? Oh, my freaking lord. Oh, my lord. It's a hard start to the grand finals, and it wouldn't be that way. But unfortunately, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We've missed the first king kill. It's over on the east side. Demu, he was already weak. He was already hobbling. It was BC that was going to be looking to try and take him out. But fortunately, or unfortunately, Lucifron comes in, sweeps in, and takes the kill instead. And now, well, of course, Beastie's naturally going to be looking to utilize those units. He's thinking to himself, where exactly are we going to take these units so that we can potentially get value? And of course, he knows the answer. Once again, apologies. Oh, look what we've got here. I'm glad that we've spotted this out. Triple transport ship on the shoreline. I wonder where this could be going. Is he going to take it all the way around? Maybe come over towards the base of Lucifron. It could be an option for him. Sacred Site getting taken over in the west as well by Wham. And now, more men-at-arms making their way through. Beastie getting aggressive. Transport ships not loaded up. Army just hanging out for the moment. It's a lot of units. Stable about to fall down here. Beastie getting very aggressive early on here. More units continuing to rally out. You can see he's just spamming a huge amount of units out of here. Meanwhile, down towards the south side, we got ourselves a little bit of red on blue action. Numidan starting to stack up that army count. Back towards the base. Lucifron's obviously utilized a lot of his units to try and pick up that point on Demu. He gets first blood. But will he stay alive for much longer? Hulk's moving in as well to try and defend in this position. Transport ship nowhere to be seen just yet. There it is, Lucifron 7, and Beastie spots this out. The king now making a run towards the transport ship. Men-at-arms going to try and give it a go. He gets it in the first transport ship. How many have we got? But there's galleys that are here. So it's only a matter of time until he goes down. Beastie about to pick up that extra 50 population, that extra point as well. Meanwhile, over towards the west, we'll keep an eye out on it as he does a little bit of a shuffle. Big army out over towards here. Nice little king attempt. Nice little king swap attempt right there in the transport ship. But in the end, Beastie, I don't think you want to kill that with the demo ship, Beastie, do you? Okay, he's fine. Oh, no. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. It doesn't do damage. King manages to make his way towards this position. How are we doing on the south? Beastie under attack as well. Multiple players coming through. King about to go down. Beastie claims one. Finally, he gets it. He's made 2 attempts prior to this. And unfortunately, inside the main base of Beastie, a whole bunch of Vils here. Springald emplacement on the outpost. Meanwhile, over towards the west side, where's the king? King safely in the town center. Emergency repairs in play for both of these players. But naturally, that's a lot of units. Oh my god, look at the amount of siege that's coming out for Corvinus 1 right now. He's not doing the siege dance, I promise you, but I tell you what, he's going to be doing it after this. King out the bottom. King out the bottom. And Beastie about to be eliminated. There he goes. He's taken his 1 point. He's moved on. We hear the Wallalol attempt. It gets shut down. Puppy Paw getting aggressive as well. And we got a lot of action early on in this game. Another prelate immediately shut down. You can see just how much attention Puppy Paw is paying to this relic. Very much respects it. King is still inside the town center. Wham! Getting eliminated potentially by his brother right here, right now. But look at the movement that's coming out from Corvinus 1. A whole bunch of hobblers. These units are kind of like scouts, but on steroids because they actually do damage. They've got all of these bonuses as well. They move extra fast. They've got that beautiful siege. And now, the king about to be on the ground. That's it. Plus 50. Going over to Puppy Paw. Puppy Paw in time to make it back towards his base and should be able to defend here. The hobblers are making it to the king. Oh no. Oh no, the king! Oh, he's got a little bit of a misclick. He's going to try and escape. Hobblers chasing. He's just going to go for landmarks. You can see he switched the target immediately. He said, it's fine, we'll go landmarks. I'm not fussed. So many hobblers in here as well. 74 of them. Meanwhile, we hear all of those Lords of Lancaster going down. That's the first landmark going down. Second landmark about to go down right here, right now for Puppy Paw. He's got to do everything he can to keep this alive. I think his focus should be on the last landmark, but you can see just how difficult he's having of a time here. Keep in mind the Musofati don't do particularly well in this situation against the hobblers. And now, for the most part, I think Corvinus 1 is not going to have the legs on him. Keep in mind, the king has evacuated. The king is safely out over in the transport ship for now. Puppy Paw, the only one on the water together with Sass, but Sass is on the other side. And the landmark goes down. And with that, the Grand Fulani Corral remains as the final landmark. Puppy Paw could be looking for an Imperial Age. Just very aware of the threat of Corvinus 1 potentially coming back in and looking for a secondary snipe. You can see him rallying these units across the map, picking off some villages here. Corvinus 1's definitely identified that, hey, there's a big threat here. And that threat is 100% Puppy Paw. These two players to the south, they've got a little bit of a standoff that's happening. The build-up continues between them. Numidan together with Sass. And naturally, when that build-up is occurring, it's really going to be limiting the amount of potential kills that you can access. And now Corvinus 1, he's trying his best to force an early exit for Puppy Paw. Puppy Paw not taking it at all. You can see he's got a lot of income through. No walls up for him at the moment. How are we doing on that repair? Big keep going to be coming down here. Saharan Trade Network not yet repaired. In fact, he doesn't have any wood to his name. He's sitting at -2 wood at the moment with 29 wood per minute. Numidan potentially thinking about aging up. Numidan, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Numidan. Don't think for a second I'm going to allow it. We're going to switch the UI just for the moment. I'm not taking any more risks. Oh, it's terrible. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I'm so sorry. I wish we could have had chat as well. I don't know exactly the story behind it, about why we didn't get it, but unfortunately, yes, it's not here. But for the moment, Corvinus 1, he's looking like he's in a good spot. My main concern with Corvinus 1, we haven't got that age up through yet. We did see all of the villagers moving towards, oh yeah, you can see all the villagers moving towards the north, but they're going to be dropping down docks. I don't know whether or not this actually gets scouted out by Puppy Paw. It definitely doesn't. So now he's finally aware of warships in the north. A lot of docks up here. So 4 docks for Corvinus 1. Puppy Paw, not quite enough resources to age up. You can see he's definitely struggling here. Only 59 villagers, a huge military. Compare that to Corvinus 1. How's Corvinus 1 doing on the economy? Let's take a look. 106 villagers. So definitely the tempo advantage is going to be with Corvinus 1. Meanwhile, towards that south side, have we got the age up coming through just yet? Let's take a look and see. Not quite yet. But it looks like players are starting to prepare. We could have a Berkshire. Imagine if he throws the Berkshire down here just to fire across. And so that gives him access to Puppy Paw. I can actually see him doing that as well. He is going to throw it down, but it's going to be at home. Oh, Corvinus 1's in trouble. Oh, Corvinus 1's in big trouble. He's going to throw the Berkshire down. Now, keep in mind, he doesn't actually have a landmark that's walled in. Oh, that's scary. I don't like to hear that sound, but it sounds like it was just a Lord of Lancaster. King in the keep. King safely in this keep. It's walled in as well. A lot of units back here. Corvinus 1, while he's got the eco tempo, he might not have the military tempo for now. King inside this town center. Trebuchet's working it down. You can see the distance they've got here as well. He's able to hit it over the top of the hill. Back towards that top. There's no real threat on Puppy Paw for the moment. Nice little choke point that we've got in here. I think Sass is going to be okay. Down back towards the main base. We've got the Berkshire that's now arrived. I think if anything, Vils need to arrive in this Berkshire. Maybe even a little bit of a repair. The trouble that you've got, Corvinus 1, his economy is going to be evened up. That's almost for certain here, unless he pulls villages. He's going to pull those villagers right now. Towards the top, he's hunting. He wants to try and get this keep. I don't think there's any way he can get it. There's no real feasible way that he can do it right now. The only way that he could have really survived is if he managed to wall one of these landmarks in, and even then, it's going to be so hard for him to do it. His entire base is getting actively destroyed. Meanwhile, towards the south side, we haven't seen, I don't think we've seen that age up. There's the age up finally coming through for the Knights Templar. I'm going to try switching it over. Give us a second here. Wonderful. All right, Knights Templar are aged up. We get to see our UI. Oh, boys, girls, jeez Louise. All right, landmark number 1 is down. And now you can see progression down towards this keep in the south. Puppy Paw continuing the pressure. He's only on 40 villagers. Keep that in mind. The economy for Puppy Paw has completely stalled out. Corvinus 1 is doing everything he can to try and stop that progression from coming in. More units on the way. It's Sofa Warriors here. Don't be surprised if you see a battering ram or 2. Main town center about to go down. Corvinus 1 quickly realizing his mistake and saying, hold on a minute, we need to get stone walls up on one of these landmarks. Not going to be happening. Not going to be happening. He didn't wall it in. Could be facing another early exit potentially here. And you can see these players just stalling out on the bottom here. The consequence of fighting up against a neighbor in the south that's evenly matched. Meanwhile, 3rd landmark about to go down. We've got the 4th one here. Does Corvinus have a way back in to repair this? The Vils... He's got 630 wood. What's he trying to repair? He's not even trying to repair it at the moment. I think he knows it's all over Red Rover. I think he realizes that he's up against a Malian god right now. Puppy Paw. demonstrating his power with the Malians here. That king now out, and Puppy Paw's all alone. These two have got to start working together. They've been fighting against each other all game, but you've now got a runaway in the north of the map. And you know the truth. You know the reality. Puppy Paw is angry. Now, one thing to note, Puppy Paw's Vil count here, well and truly below the other two. So, of course, he's going to move his army over here. But in the event that he does this, there is a bit of a risk. There's a risk of oh, Lord, he's bringing villagers as well. Are the Vils just coming in for repairs? No, the Vils are coming into siege. How many villagers has Numidan got? Oh, he's bringing all the villagers. Oh, oh, no. Oh, he's going all in. This is the worst thing he can do in this situation because their economy considerably outweighs that of Puppy Paw. Puppy Paw, he's got a whole bunch of cows back here. Not a whole lot of Vils, though. And it looks like Numidan did get the message. He's fallen back for the moment. He's got a lot of villagers out here on the south side of the map. Puppy Paw going to try and break through. Needs to try and consolidate the army. But they're still struggling against each other here. Puppy Paw on the south side. Breaking through. Where's that king? That king. Oh, that's a fish out of water. Oh, he doesn't even have a fortress or an outpost, the poor king. He's just walled in. He thinks he's safe back there behind those walls, mate. There's a gate there. There's a gate. He's just going to shoot you through the gate. Look at it. Archers are they're making their way down here. Only the 5 tiles of range just yet, so he might have a little bit of distance. Worst case scenario, there's going to be battering rams built in the back of the base. I'm assuming that we've got a blacksmith somewhere up here. There's going to be a blacksmith, maybe some siege engineering on the way. It already is. It already is. Sofa warriors make their way to the king. Meanwhile, oh no. It's going to be quick, isn't it? It's going to be quick. The villagers, you can see Numidan committing everything to try and pick up a single kill. This is the king inside here. There's the king now on the move. He's going to pop the movement speed. Villagers don't get the body block in time. And king is out of here. See you later, mate. Off to a greener pasture. Well, it might not be a pasture. It's a keep. But I tell you what, it's definitely a lot greener in the current circumstances. And, oh, they're just giving it over to Puppy Paw at this stage. Just giving it over to the paw. The paw is the law. Oh, boy. Well, it's been a bit of an up and down ride this game. I want to apologize first and foremost for missing the king kill, for having that little fatal scar error. Of course, we wanted to avoid it. We didn't. That was definitely a bit of a problem. And then I guess finally for not having chat. I don't think we were prepared enough for this game right here. So we'll make sure that in the next game we're a little bit more prepared. Hopefully things go a little bit better for these players in the next game. It was a very quick, a high-octane game in this one, and it feels like almost certainty at this point that Puppy Paw is going to walk away with it. The primary thing to remember here is that Sass has still got a decent size economy behind this. So as long as he's able to survive, or at least hold for the moment, he should be able to do all right. Puppy Paw is rebuilding, but it's very slowly. The town center has only just been put back up. You can see he's making villages one at a time. Sass was coming down with a whole bunch of villagers. He wanted some as well. And there's the king standing by as Puppy Paw just collects his prize. It's a freebie. And it really could have gone either way. I mean, this was one of those games where Corvinus 1 was very close to getting this elimination. It was just a consequence of, I think maybe if he'd had 10 to 15 more hobblers, he could have made the difference. Because you got to remember, those 10 to 15 hobblers are always the last ones to die. And so because they're the last ones to die, they're always doing the most siege. And because of that, it could have been the difference. You know, if you had 10 to 15 hobblers sieging the Grand Fulani Corral that entire time, you know, it's at 4.3k health. I'm almost certain that he would have got it. So it's just one of those little factors where there wasn't quite enough units to get the mission done. And obviously, he would have rolled that into a victory. So Corvinus 1 having to falling short a little bit here today. But nonetheless, we walk away with first blood for Lucifron. Beastie picks up a kill. Puppy Paw, of course, also picking up multiple kills. Did Corvinus 1 even pick up a kill this game? I don't even think Corvinus 1 did pick up a kill, did he? No, he picked up a kill on Beastie. Apologies. So he got the one kill for Beastie. And now over towards that east side. The king is out. He's bringing the king. He's like, come on, king. Let's go. You're going to tank for us here. The king. Maybe he's bringing the king just because he knows the keep is in trouble. The king stands in the middle. The glorious king right now. Holding on. Archers on the standby. Beautiful block that's coming through here. Musafani in the back, and I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a sad game one. But in the end, Puppy Paw takes it. An incredible performance from him, managing to survive that big threat. And in the end, he cleans up. What have we got? About 3 players in the lobby, maybe 4. He got Wham, he got Corvinus, he gets these 2 as well, so he's got 4 to his name. So already we've got ourselves a bit of a standout, a bit of a leader. The 2-time Outback champion is back, and he's back with a force. Let's take a quick look at these economic counts. You can see him breaking out into an early lead. Of course, somewhat tapers off towards the end. Both players, you can see them both bringing out their vills here to try and get some action. Military count, if we have a look here, he was well and truly ahead of the curve when it came to it. Let's take a look at what the scoreboard is. Give me a second here, folks. I'll just confirm that we've actually got a scoreboard that's up to date. All right, folks, let's take a look at that leaderboard. So we've got Beastie on 1 point, Corvinus on 1 point, Lucifront on 3 points because he picks up that first blood, and Puppy Paw on a total of 12 points. So he is well and truly ahead of the rest of the pack. Off to a good start. Our next map will be Mega Random Octagon. Who will become the victor there? Find out in the next episode of Outback Octagon 4.